I don't wanna wait another minute for you. Oh, you got me falling from the ceiling for you. Knew it from the start there was no limit to you. And I'm catching feelings, baby.
It was the night before Christmas. Peace and love, beautiful soul. I'm Sista Soull with two L's for lessons and love. The cosmic euphoric goddess herself. Before we begin and we start yapping, here's a little preview of what we'll explore today. A soft reset and decluttering my space, reflecting on the past year because my birthday is December 11th, slowing down with intentional self-care, womb and moon syncing has changed my life. Gentle CEO routines, getting back into entrepreneurship, and a little insight into what SagMas is for me and what you can expect in this series. So welcome to SagMas Day 1. And today is all about slowing down, grounding, and stepping into a softer, intentional rhythm. Being a multifaceted creative can be overwhelming when you do not have a routine, when you do not have rituals. It can get so chaotic to the point where you feel like you can't do any of it at all, like dead ass. So I wanted to let you guys into my world and seeing how I'm shifting into, my entrepreneurship by slowing down so I can speed up, doing it with clarity and keeping God as the anchor, okay? Because I am just a vessel. So every rising, I get up and I do my morning pages. I am reading The Artist's Way, and I actually am behind on the vlogs. Well, you know what? I'm not behind. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be because I will be doing short Artist Way recaps in these videos because I have to do what works for me, okay? I really have to do what works for me, which is the whole point of this vlog. So, week 1 of SagMas, I'll be in my luteal phase, which is a time of reflection and gentle moving and slowing down, noticing the shifts within myself, like what am I releasing, what am I inviting in, and how I want to carry my energy forward into December. SagMas is about embracing my own rhythm and honoring my inner work that prepares me for what's next. I always have been very, very controlling as far as outcomes, always wanting to have every answer. And that wasn't originally a part of me. That came from me feeling like I needed to be perfect or do things a certain way and people please. Like I am a retired people pleaser, okay? Like I can admit that. So SagMas is for me, okay? It's my birthday. I don't really celebrate Christmas anymore. Um because yeah, that's something we can dive deeper into later on. But SagMas is for me stepping into my soft CEO era, stepping into the things that I've been wanting to do, but I've been running from because I feel like I wasn't worthy of. This is my time to anchor myself into the woman that I know I am and do it with grace. Slow the fuck down. Oops, excuse my language. But slow down and really love on me, pay attention to me, just all about me. Like, this is my selfish era, my quote unquote villain era, but in a way that it helps and impacts people around me as well. I know who I am, and I'm a very loving and empathetic person. I am very sensitive to energy, and I'm very spiritual. So routine and rituals are very, very important to me, and womb sinking changed my life. Okay, back in 2021, was it? I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and that really was a reflection. It was a manifestation of what I was going through spiritually. And I've learned a lot of everything is manifested, okay? It starts in the head and it manifests into the physical. Um, so that also goes with sickness. You know, your body is a messenger. Um it's a map. It's telling you what it is that you need. And I had to learn how to listen to my body. And ever since I've been womb syncing, I have noticed a huge shift in every part of my life because I'm not only doing it for, what to eat and working out. I'm doing it for my productivity, when I should do projects and collabs and when I should, reflect or when the best time to take trips. And then I'm also aligning my world with the cosmos. Every day of the week carries a different energy. And so I align my days with that energy. So for like Sunday is ruled by the sun and it's self expression and reviewing. Okay. Saturday is ruled by Saturn. That's discipline and structure and so on. And these are the things that has helped me and has really shifted from force to flow. Like I'm no longer forcing things. I'm simply just flowing because I am aligning my life with the natural flow of the cosmos, with the natural flow of the universe, which is why I call myself a cosmic euphoric goddess. Well, even that name is layered in itself because we are made up of so many different things. And being that I have so many different layers to me, being a healer, a teacher, a dancer, a singer, a poet, creative director, I have so many different layers to me. I don't want to be defined as the quote unquote earthy. You get what I'm saying? It is no shade to the girls that consider themselves earthy. I love you too. And I once felt earthy. But I shifted that because I'm like, well, I'm not just earthy. I'm actually very, very fucking cosmic. I'm very whimsical. I don't like being put in a box. So why would I call myself earthy when that's only one planet in the solar system, one planet in the galaxy, one planet in the universe? So I said, you know what? I am actually cosmic. Even my life aligns with that. How deep I am, how open I am, how loving and kind I am, and how understanding I am. Like I am literally me, and only so many words can describe who I am. So I'm cosmic, just like you. You know what I mean? Just like you. I'm a star who's remembered that she's a star, and I am aligning with the people that know that they are stars, the women that know that life can be easier, know that they deserve more, and the multifaceted creatives that are trying to find balance with all their crafts and their self-care in their life. Like really just trying, not even trying, but allowing ourselves to be. I'm aligning with the people who simply want to be a vessel for the divine and create and live a life of art. So SagMas is only a launch to what is to come in 2026. Okay. And today we're taking it a bit slow. We are going to be cleaning and really planning, okay? We have some stuff to finalize. We need to go over our digital products list. So we're going to go through this day with ease and flow as you guys watch my flow. I will be discussing the things mentioned in the beginning. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to share this video with others you feel it align with, okay? We have to share the wealth. Knowledge is wealth. Community is wealth. And we all deserve community. We all deserve to be seen. We all deserve to be heard as we are. There is nothing else you need to change about you for you to put yourself out there. Just show up as you, and you'll learn that regardless if you're doing it in public or private, You still have to heal. You still have to grow. You still want to chase your dreams. There's a lot of things you want to do, but you get to choose how you're going to do it. And it's either going to be the hard way, in private, alone, or out loud with a select few that you have in your corner, with community and people you can connect with. But we doing shit different around here. It's a new era, new energy, new everything, baby. And I am so excited.
You can see I tried to get every drop. This shit is so lightweight. It's not oily, it's not heavy. I love absolutely 10 out of 10. I don't know if any of y'all use the Yuka app either. But it tells you like the rating is like good to bad as far as health wise and if it's good for you and stuff like that. But this rated pretty high on Yuka, so yeah, let me get back into it.
Grace is now my best friend, literally. This past year 26, has shown me so much. I've done so much releasing, so much reflecting, so much purging, so much healing. It's been a lot. I started my podcast in June, and that was something so beautiful for me. I am still going strong, and I plan on giving y'all some visuals come next year that is a part of my lunch, but I had to slow down. I really did. Even with vlogging, I felt like I was struggling to ground my ideas, and it's because I was moving way too fast. Um, and this year I was slowed down, like slowed down real good. I was put into isolation. Y'all, I cut off maybe like 10 to 13 people. And when I say cut off, I don't mean it in no, oh yeah, I stood on business type of way. I mean, I did, but I did it with grace. I wasn't out here cussing people out and saying F y'all, F this. It was not like that. It was actually the opposite. It was me setting boundaries, me realizing it was shit that I didn't align with no more. And I was holding on to people that no longer was meant to be in my life, because it was certain versions of me that I would have to stay and stick around, with, that no longer aligned. So the people had to go right along with those versions. And I mentioned earlier, people pleasing was a big thing for me. So now that I've been able to slow down, I've been making more herbal blends and things like that because I love tea, and tea has made a big difference in my life and my holistic journey. Um, Especially when it comes to my womb. It, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you really just have to be a part of the experience of allowing yourself to let the earth and let what God put here to nurture you and take care of you, and do it at your own pace. When I first started out on my holistic journey, I was doing too fucking much. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to change everything all at once, and maturing is realizing slowing down actually helps you speed up. Like, I'm living proof of that. I feel like I've accomplished more in the past 3 months than I have in the past 2 years. Okay. And the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of my ideas aren't just ideas anymore. I'm actually getting shit done. I'm actually collabing with people. I'm actually taking time to do the things that I know is feeding me and that brings me joy, rather than things I feel obligated to do, while still being consistent, still being self-aware. Like, my life and my world has shifted so much, simply by me just slowing down, which is what pushed me to doing SagMas. Because at first I was hesitant. Like, I can be honest, I was hesitant. I'm just like, okay, it's not that I'm not showing up, but it's not that I'm being the best. I'm not doing my best. Like, I had to sit down and I had to really say, I'm not doing my best. I'm really overthinking this shit. Like, I wanted to start a YouTube. I did that last year. Well, I had been started a YouTube years ago, but I posted my first video last year. Okay, cool. You did that. Then this year, I couldn't really capture the flow of how I wanted my channel to go. So I was just posting random stuff. You get what I'm saying? I was posting random things that I wanted to put out into the world, but I wasn't doing it from a place of security. I was doing it from a place of, let me just get this shit out here so I can say I did something. And that doesn't align with me anymore. You get what I'm saying? So I had to really sit down and talk to myself and ask myself the hard questions, because I've been wanting to do YouTube, but I never wanted to be a content creator or a quote unquote influencer. And I had to wake up and realize people are going to put me in whatever box they want to put me in. People are going to label me whatever they decide to label me in. Stop focusing on that shit and just be you. Just be who you are. Learn the things that you want to do, so when you are doing it, it flows. So that's what I did. I took the time to actually start studying my crafts. I studied how to even vlog, because to be honest, I didn't know how to vlog, y'all. I was one of those people that was trying to record everything Monday through Friday just so I could post that shit on Sunday from the week, knowing that is too much for me, especially as a podcast host, as a hairstylist, as a fashion designer. Like, that shit is too much for me. And then with the podcast, I didn't want to pre-record my podcast episodes, so I have been recording it the same week, editing it the same week, while on top of that trying to edit content the same day, same week. Like, I was doing way too fucking much, and I was not giving myself any grace, any breaks. I felt like all my quote unquote free time, because I'm a full-time creative, had to be me doing something that was pouring into my business or something like that, right? And then earlier this year, I also, me and Quay had a business. We had a online business, drop shipping business, and we had to take a pause on that. Like, I shut the store down because that was something else that I did out of survival mode. And yeah, like, literally just waking up and realizing, okay, it's not that your ideas aren't good. It's not. I simply was just moving too fast because I was still in survival mode, and I wasn't allowing myself to ground any ideas or stay consistent long enough to see the ideas actually flourish. I wanted to see results within 3 days. Like, I'm gonna be fucking honest. And I had to realize, okay, I'm building a legacy. I'm building an empire. Why do I keep wanting my results to be so instant when it takes time to build a foundation? And then I'm like, okay, I'm getting somewhere, right? So my whole year has been me reflecting and getting into the embodiment of who I know I am, getting into that flow of ease and knowing that I am not only deserving of it, but being able to receive it, receive that love, receive the community, receive the opportunities, receive the support. I had to really allow myself to heal from the things that I tried to rush and heal from last year. This year, I slowed down and I got to heal, and I came to a lot of fucking realizations, and I started going back. All the retrogrades we had, they helped me. They helped me a lot. They helped me see that there's a lot of things that I was settling for because of the old versions of me. And I had to realize, okay, girl, you don't have to stay there. Okay, you done did a reflection. Okay, now what are you going to do? These aren't areas and groups and people and things you should be eating or doing. And when I say should, I'm saying it because my body and my spirit has told me to, not because there's any guidelines. Let me say that. But because I feel my intuition telling me that's something that I no longer align with, or this person I don't align with, or whatever it is. I went through that this year, figuring shit out, seeing things for what it is, learning to detach, so that next year or not even next year, but by December 11th, I'm going to be a whole new woman. I am already a whole new woman. But when I'm telling y'all, this shift in my life was so big to the point where I'm showing up now and I'm doing my best. I'm not just doing it just because. Now I'm doing my best. When I'm editing these videos and I'm doing these voiceovers, I'm doing my best with what I have instead of waiting until I have more and then thinking that is now what I've been needing this whole time. No. Because guess what? Before you know it, I'll be able to hire an editor. Before you know it, I'll be able to hire somebody to manage my accounts and things like that. Because I also had an assistant, but I won't say it didn't work out. It's just things shifted around that time of my life. And we're going to get into that in the next vlog because I have some shit I want to talk about, but I want to do it around my birthday because I want to release certain information when I shift into my new year because I also call my birthday my new year. Um so yeah, that's a lot. I know. But it was a lot of beauty, okay? Um it was a lot of new things this year. I had to get comfortable with the new, with the stillness, with not being booked, not because I'm not abundant, but because I need to slow down so I can hear when God is talking to me. And realizing that stillness is not me being held back, but it's actually me being pushed forward. I was in, I was on go since I got out the Navy. Fuck, got out the Navy. This is my first year slowing down in my whole life. Like this year was my first time slowing down in my whole life. And when I tell you it was so scary at first, I didn't know what was going on, especially when I started losing friends after setting boundaries and getting into arguments with family members. But when setting boundaries, like I got a little scared, especially being a people pleaser, because it's just like, damn, part of me wanted to go back to the people pleasing so I can have these people back in my life. But my soul was like, bitch, please beat it. Like, girl, you are so much stronger than that. You are so much more than that. You not folding. That's not what we're doing. You're not about to fold. And I'm happy I didn't fold. I'm happy I'm still standing. I'm happy I'm here now doing what I can, being the best that I can. Even when the analytics may say something else, at least I know that I'm showing up as me and I'm doing my best. That is the difference. And just staying true to myself. I'm reading The Artist's Way for the second time, and I just completed week 7, which is recovering a sense of connection. And I definitely did that, y'all. I went outside. I went to a couple mixers with creatives and some queers. And really enjoyed Atlanta and my beautiful friend and my neighbors. And I couldn't have asked for more. Like, really allowing myself to see how even the book is aligning with everyday things in my personal life and the cosmos. I just been feeling so aligned and I can't be more grateful because, man, my mind used to be racing so bad to the point where I would get headaches and I would be struggling to meditate to now being able to get up without an alarm, no screen time, read my books, follow along, and actually be consistent on the things that matter to me. My life has shifted, and I'm grateful to be able to share it because at one point in my life, I was looking for someone like me, a creative that's multifaceted, someone who is vulnerable and authentic and willing to share their story. I was looking for myself and I found myself and now I can be myself. It's hard when people tell you to be yourself and you don't know who to be. Yeah, you gotta actually figure out who you are. and get comfortable in your skin and in your body and in your spirituality and literally live your best life. I literally had got a call from a neighbor who actually seen me on my rooftop sewing a tote bag. He's a stylist and his friend is an influencer. But he FaceTimed me, y'all, while I was sitting down and budgeting and everything. He literally FaceTimed me and was like, "Hey, are you busy?" And I was like, "No, would you like me to come over?" I literally went over there and we talked about some stuff, and even that was aligned, and that's a part of what I meant by slowing down. If I would have did everything else I quote unquote thought I was going to do this day, I would have been too busy out and about somewhere else. And yeah, and shit like this, synchronicities like this, is how I know when I'm in alignment. Is how I know when my stillness is actually bringing in ease. Okay, because sometimes you just be self-sabotaging and procrastinating, but once you have that self-awareness, you can call yourself out on those things and life becomes 10 times easier. Now, I want to talk a little bit about womb syncing simply because of how much it's changed my life, okay? Now, we already know that the womb is naturally already aligned with the moon, okay? And the seasons, all right? Like your menstrual phase is your winter, your follicular phase is your spring, your ovulatory phase is your summer, and your luteal phase is your fall. Now, as I mentioned, for week 1 of SagMas, I am actually in my luteal phase. In week 2, I'll be on my menstrual phase. Yes, y'all, I will be on my cycle for my birthday, and I'm actually going to honor that. So, all that going out to the club and all that extra shit, I'm going to have to pause that until the following weekend. And I'm actually okay with that because I rather honor my body and listen to my womb than to try to be out here doing extra shit, okay? Especially when I know I'll be able to do it when it aligns for me to do it. Womb syncing wasn't to quote unquote fix my cycle. It was more about learning my language, the one my womb has been speaking since birth, like literally. A lot of people that I know, including myself, grew up learning that the period was this horrible thing, but somehow everybody couldn't wait to get their period to become a young lady and all this stuff. But a lot of us didn't have any information on that shit besides you bleed every month, take care of your hygiene, and stay hydrated. Like, we didn't know about any type of womb phases other than the ovulatory because people use that as an excuse on why they feel the way they do. They feel all hot and bothered. And then you learn that sexual energy is also creative energy, and then your whole world changes. Like, there's so many different things that plays a part, but I did make a PDF. It's called An Intro to Womb Wisdom, and that is available free in my bio. All you have to do is put your email in and then download the PDF and read up on it, y'all. Learn about your womb. This is stuff that you need to know anyway, not because of somebody else, but simply for your own well-being. So you can learn that no, you're not inconsistent. You're just starting projects when you're at lower energy point, and you're starting to do new journeys when you really supposed to be slowing down and reflecting and introspective. Like, really just read it. It's free. If you don't read it, you're really choosing to stay in the blind, okay? But no pressure. I'm also working on getting a second phone. I had a second phone, but I ended up letting my little sister have it. That's the story, child. But yeah, I'm working on getting another phone or either another camera, y'all. I would love to record in landscape mode. I just simply be trying to be mindful of the fact that I also make shorts and I post on Instagram and TikTok. But that's why I wanted to be vulnerable and open with y'all, because this is a process for me as well. Like, there's no need for me to hide these parts of me in these moments of my journey. So you guys get to see that shift with me, and I'm happy to be living out loud after barely surviving in silence. I'm grateful to still be alive. I'm grateful to be able to use my voice and be exactly who I always knew I was, and do it with ease now. It's like nothing I'm doing is technically new. It's just the version of me is new, and I get to do things differently. I get to do things the way that it works for me, rather than before when I was trying to do things the way it worked for other people. You get what I'm saying? Trusting myself to make decisions, trusting my own intuition and my discernment. It's a whole new era of living. I'm actually living now. I'm starting to literally live rather than survive. And I'm so grateful because it took time for me to get here. And now I'm finally in a space where, even though I'm not exactly where I want to be, I am appreciative of where I am. And I'm excited for my journey because I know this is only the beginning, which is why it's important for me to share every step. The way I wanted to do it before, I get to do it now. But this time, I'm not in survival mode. And that's what makes it even more meaningful. That's what makes everything that I've been through these past couple years so worth it, because there's so much to come. And how I feel lets me know that, because I've never felt so comfortable and safe in my body like I do now. And it is such a breath of fresh air. And I promise you, I pinky promise you, that the next vlog will be 10 times better, because I actually got the hang of it. And after studying, I actually know how to record my vlogs and how to document my journey. You guys will definitely get to see the difference in just a week, because I'm not playing any games. I am coming out the gate swinging, all right? And it's all gas, no brakes, but with grace, all right? There's nowhere to rush. There's nowhere you need to be. And now I get to actually allow myself to not only believe that, but embody that. Embody the soft girl CEO era, multifaceted, creative era. I am everything, literally everything. And I'm so excited to show you guys that. So if you guys made it to the end of this vlog, first of all, I love you so much for supporting me, because I don't know who is going to show up. I just know and I trust that my community is ready to greet me. So I appreciate you so much. And if you could please leave a star or a sunflower in the comments to let me know that you made it this far, I would definitely appreciate that. Let's talk more. Share these videos out to other people that you feel it aligns with. We got to learn to share. It is free to support, and supporting others also is you supporting yourself. I don't know if you knew that, but now you do. And it feels good to support. It feels good to be able to show up in the way that you can. And it's also humbling. I don't know. It's so inspiring to watch somebody's journey and say, OMG, I know somebody that this will resonate with, because you were paying attention. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I love watching people's YouTube. I be invested the same way I be invested in these damn shows and all this shit going on in the media. I be invested with the YouTubers and the creatives I watch now. I've shifted what I am watching and what I am consuming to match the woman that I am becoming. So it's your girl, Sista Soull, with 2 L's. And I will see you guys in the next SagMas vlog. I love you.